Welcome everyone to beautiful Bridal Falls Golf Club. I want to take a moment to thank Bridal Falls Golf Club for allowing us to host this event on their amazing property. Also Ace Runners for sponsoring the doubles event and supplying the baskets, and Disc Junkies for sponsoring the singles event. While watching this video, you'll notice a couple things. One, we're using discs to mark the tee box. This will be done with wired flags during the tournament. Two, we are using a recreational level basket and not always level. Ace Runners has donated us 18 Innova Disc Catcher Pro baskets and we'll be doing our best to make sure they are level. Also, the basket will be close to the location you see on the video, but might be moved slightly different location if needed. 3. OB and drop zones aren't marked on the video. This will be done on Friday before the event. Thanks for watching and enjoy the flyover. Hole 1 is a 315-foot par 3. We're giving you a nice easy open shot on this hole, but be careful though, as right in front of the basket is a sand trap that plays as hazard. Hole 2 is a 607-foot par 4. This hole has a Mando right up the last bushy tree on the left. Also, there will be an OB line running up the left-hand side up to the Mando tree. If you do not make the Mando or go OB on your drive, you will go to a drop zone which will be on the right-hand side by the bushy tree after the netting. If you go OB after your second shot, it will play as a regular OB rules and takes the next shot where your disc went out. Hole 3 is a 326-foot par 3. The basket is hidden from the tee pad, but it gives you a forehand and backhand option. Once you get up to the basket, you will find it in the middle of 5 guardian trees. Hole 4 is the second longest hole on the course, coming in at 650 feet and is a par 5. I don't doubt that some of the MPO and bigger arm players will have a good chance at the eagle on this hole. Keep in mind that this is uphill all the way to the basket. The approach shot and putts can be scary as the basket is very close to the edge of the rock face. Hole 5 is a 240-foot par 3. Though it's a nice short shot, if your drive goes OB long in the creek, you will need to go to the drop zone, which will be on the right-hand side of the path. OB long after the first shot will follow regular OB rules. Hole 6 is a 370-foot par 3. This is a great lefty and righty forehand hole. You don't want your disc to fade too early though, or you'll end up in the brambles on the right-hand side and surely miss out on the birdie opportunity. Hole 7 is a 280-foot par 3. I think this will end up being one of the easiest holes on the course, as the tree cover is high up, making it pretty easy to get your shot up to the basket. Hole 8 is a 410-foot par 3. Though this is a pretty long par 3, it's also downhill all the way. A big drive down the right-hand side could get you into birdie territory. You just need to keep it low enough to get past the tree cover. Hole 9 is a 210-foot par 3. Another uphill shot, and is definitely easier to get to the basket on the left-hand side. As long as you can squeeze past the guardian trees, you'll get yourself a good look. Hole 10 is a 240-foot par 3. OB long in the prickles off the drive will bring you to a drop zone by the path. Going OB after the first shot will play as regular OB rules. And remember, all sand traps play as hazard. Making a birdie on this one, you are definitely getting strokes on folks. Hole 11 is a 190-foot par 3. Though it's the shortest hole on the course, I can guarantee you it won't be the easiest. Kicking left or right of the narrow tunnel won't be putting you in a good spot. Hole 12 is a 570-foot, downhill all the way, par 4. If you can keep your drive on the fairway, this should be a pretty easy par 4. If you manage to end up left or right, it will likely be a bogey or worse. The basket is, you guessed it, in the middle of the trees on the left-hand side. Hole 13 is a 260-foot par 3. Though it's a short par 3, you're going to need to keep your disc low enough to get under the tree cover and find the basket, which is at the back of the tree cluster. If you ask me what is the signature hole at Bridal Falls, this would definitely be my answer. Hole 14 is a 705-foot par 5, and it's likely going to take you 2 shots to get to the green, which plays as OB. After that, you'll have to decide to go for it or play safe. The basket is nicely tucked away and surrounded by tall grass and prickle bushes. Note that besides the green, there is no OB or hazard on this hole. Hole 15 is a 470-foot uphill par 4. Be careful though on the approach shot, as the basket is just behind the railway ties that lead to the sand bunker below. If you land on the railway ties and stick to them, that is considered a hazard, and you will need to take your next shot from the sand bunker directly behind the disc. Hole 16 is a 380-foot downhill par 3. Though this is primarily a righty backhand shot, righty forehands and lefties can take the line on the left-hand side of the big tree. Once you get down to the basket, you will find it behind the guardian trees on a small pile of rocks. Hole 17 is a 223-foot fishhook left par 3. This is a very short hole, but will require a perfect shot to get close for a birdie putt. You'll want to pull out those overstable discs for this hole. All good things must come to an end. Hole 18 is a 390-foot downhill par 3. The sand trap is a hazard, and going over or under the fence is considered OB. If you are close to other players in your field, this shot might make you or break you. Thanks for watching, everyone.